What is up, YouTube? I'm going to start this one as C-Bum starts because I did. Today is officially just under 2 weeks out from my first competition and just under 5 weeks out from Matt's first competition. So you're going to follow us on a day of training and food. I'll try and show you my day of feed. So this is my first meal and it is a egg, and I'm currently using gluten-free toast, but I will be going to rice from probably tomorrow onwards just because it's just going to be easier overseas because I know exactly what I'm going to be eating. But that is just eggs, egg whites, that, and then I'm going to have a little bit of jam on that one with some salt, and that is my pre-workout meal done and dusted. So I just actually had 4 high days in a row, which is pretty epic, and by the end of it, my digestion was a little bit slaggy. So that just called me to check my food sources with Luke. Obviously, I eat the same thing over and over and over and over again during prep, but I think just after 4 essentially high days with carbs being at 2 or 450 pretty much, I was just feeling a little bit bloated in the stomach. So I actually woke up and I looked good in my photos, but I knew that I wasn't just able to like bring my stomach in as much as I wanted to. So today we're back to low normal calories, so the 1720, which is still not low really. And then I will be essentially running a few low days and seeing what that looks like as well, because it's all just about testing from this point on out. And like with this prep, I know I haven't done like an update. This is essentially at the start of our series of our YouTube. I felt really good during this whole prep, and I know Matt has as well. I'm just a little bit phlegmy today, so I woke up with feeling a little bit run down, which we had a pretty big weekend with Luna having birthday parties and things like that, so it is what it is really at this stage. Still doing parent things and running a very successful business, which we're super stoked about at the moment, and that's what's made this prep so much easier. It's just like the enjoyment of what we're currently doing with work, the enjoyment of life in general, loving where we are, and also very sad this will be our last essentially year of competing, but we'll see what happens. Obviously I really want to qualify for Olympia, so that is the top of my mind right now of things to focus on, is this prep. Like, doesn't that look absolutely fantastic? So I've just like soaked the egg white thing in the bread, put it on the stove, put the egg on top, then I'll put some sugar-free maple syrup on there. On my high days, I usually use like the jam and the honey and stuff, but on my lower days I will use the sugar-free option.
Alright fam, my turn. 5 weeks out, Emily's a lot closer to me. On the back of 2 high days, we both feel pretty shitty. I know she mentioned before, which is annoying because I've had a lot of food over the weekend, but my weight went and dropped. But up early this morning, we've upped cardio, we're going to low days, we're trying to get fat free at the moment. I'm hoping to be pretty close, so I'm hoping to be ready in the next 2 weeks. So a little bit of digging, I'm nearly there. It sucks, but when you're this close, you're like, fuck, let's just get it done. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So meal number 1, going down. I've got a lot of vegetables, 2 eggs, I've got mushrooms, zucchini, carrot, a little bit of capsicum in there. And then I cut all my chicken up with scissors, because I like that. And then I just add it all in here and heat it up this way. And that is my meal number 1. High protein, high in fiber, and it's a low day, so there's going to be a lot of this. So a little bit of an update on the prep as I eat my meal number 1 here. Same before, vegetables have never tasted so damn good. And I think, you know, people whinge about food when they're dieting, but when it's at the extreme ends and you get really fucking lean, doesn't matter what it is, you would fucking eat anything. Vegetables are delicious. But yeah, so calories, bit of an update on the prep. This has been one of the best preps I've ever done. Obviously, I think there's a big part of it plays that it's the last one I'm doing. So your perspective on it's like, man, enjoy the struggles. But to be honest, there hasn't been a lot of struggles in this prep. And I think doing it with Emily, like we've only ever used to do our shows together. We compete together, so we lean on each other. You know, we get through the weekends together because weekends can be difficult. During the week, you're locked in with work structure. You get to the weekends, it's when everyone relaxes, has food out, socializes, and then prep. You obviously don't get to do that as much, and your weekends aren't aren't the same as they are when you're in the off season. You have much more flexibility. So having us together doing that, and even with how busy our business has been, our little baby girl, it's been a breeze. Like there's been days definitely where it's a struggle. Like today, I'm feeling it. I've got to go train legs. So I'm like, how the fuck am I going to get the energy to train legs? Especially after posing. Posing really like cardio, yeah, and I did some steps, but the posing really gets you. And on the rounds of posing, food wise, like I started prep 16 weeks out. We pulled down pretty hard from where we were. We pulled down to 2,600, but I'd run 2,600 through the week. Lower carbs, so 230 grams of carbs, pretty low for me. High protein. And then what we'd do is we'd have a refeed each weekend. I'd get to the weekends and I'm like, man, this is like, should I be pushing hard? I had to question Dean a few times. I'm like, I'm not struggling. What's going on? And literally, we've run that approach this whole time until now. And he's like, let's just get you ready, because we're about to fly out. For him, 5 weeks out, he's like, there's a little bit to come off your back, a little bit of back, and a little bit off my glutes, and we're in. So he's like, let's get you fat free. So this has been like my first adjustment, which is today, my first low day. And I was like, right, it's going to be low, get ready. And it's only 2,600 down to 2,300. So I was like, 300 calories, fucking nothing. Suck it up, big boy. But, it's funny. I was mentally prepared. I'm like, man, I might have to get down to 2,000. Might have to go sub 2,000. You got to do what you got to do to get fat free. But then cardio has been 4 times 20 minutes with 12,000 steps per day. So 20 minutes per week. That's been what I've done the whole off season for health management. So and then just today, the first adjustment on my low days, I do 30 minutes of cardio instead of 20. But I think at the moment his approach is just going to run me again. How it depends how my body responds, but 3 low days, high day, or it could be 4 low days and a high day. Depends where weight's at, how I'm feeling. But again, when it's like that, you're like, I could do that, suck that up easy. Like, you hurt for 2 or 3 days, maybe 4, get a refeed. You feel good again. And I think psychologically you look forward to that because you're like, I can do this. Whereas if it was like, hey, for the next 3 weeks we're running lows, get ready. You'll be like, oh, fuck. This is going to be tough. So very happy with where we're at. I'm very happy with posing this morning. Routines coming together. For those who have been following me on Instagram, yes, I did tear my quad at 8 weeks out. I had 2 tears. Thank fuck it wasn't real bad. Grade 2. It's healed really quick. Full transparency. I've been using, obviously I'm an enhanced athlete, but I have been using every peptide under the sun. I've had friend doctors that have helped me out there in terms of what to use, and it has helped a lot. So I'm going to be starting back on some light leg extension work and isometric holds this week, which is great. But, in terms of my quads, they're one of my strongest attributes. So I'm quite fortunate there. I haven't lost any, fullness through the quads at all. So yeah, can't see it in the pose anywhere. But yeah, loving it. Fly out next Wednesday. It's happening so fast. I'll go through all my meals for you today.
Now we are on our way home after that session. It was one that we kind of dragged our bum through, and that is okay. It's going to get better from here on out.
Yes.
We are really we leave next Wednesday, so this will be the tail end of our prep essentially.
Family. Dad's got digging to do.
Yeah, Matt's got a bit of fat to come off, so he's gonna have to just dig through this one. We're gonna get home, show you what our post-workout / midday meal is. We're a bit late today, but that's okay. These things happen. And then Matt has 2 meals, and then I have 1, and then we'll be done for the day. Alright, so dinner is underway at the moment. We're using just like a virgin oil spray. Some people will be like, there's someone healthy for you. Oh, fuck you, don't care. Whilst we put the potatoes on, we cut vegetables and get them all ready. So that looks a little bit like this. Some garlic there. This is just like bok choy, mushroom, packet mix, Coles thing. I have some cucumber and carrot right here, chopped up, ready to go. No, we don't weigh everything separately. We do everything very strategically in the way of cut up a whole heap of vegetables, start of the week, end of the week, and then that will last us essentially the whole week instead of like doing it separately, because that's going to be a lot of time, right? And at the end of the day, it's going to be very negligible in terms of calories. So we obviously track our calories. I mean, it's the end of the day. We obviously track our vegetables. I'm having sweet potato, he's having normal potato, because it's a lot easier just to figure out to like separate it. And the other chicken I've put in here, so I have hot water, ginger, teriyaki sauce, bone broth, and then that just goes until I get the little thermometer, 65 degrees, outskis. Whilst I'm also doing dinner, I'm kind of cooking the rest of the potatoes up for the rest of the week, so double using my time efficiently is basically keep the micronutrients in this meal, obviously with the vegetables and the garlic and the variety of vegetables. We're not like you should never be like the normal one green bean type of person. Like if you want your gut health to be tip-toppy condition during prep and actually have a good immune system and last resistance, you need to look after your micronutrients and your gut health and all of that stuff. So super important to not skimp on that. And we nearly forgot to do this one. So last meal is, so we have chicken, spudlight potato. I have avocado. Matt has avocado too. Vegetable.
Lots of vegetables. It's a big meal. Lots of veggies.
He missed one of his meals. I
didn't miss it. I hate it. No. I just forgot to show you. It was pretty simple. It's like a snack. It was 230 grams. It was 250 grams of chicken breast cooked. 1 apple, which is Pink Lady, because they're the best. And strawberries.
And now it's our time to just sit in front of the TV and...
Baby's in bed. Work's done.
Zone out for a little bit.
Wind down. Then we repeat.
And then we rinse and repeat. We do it all again. It's a bit later for our meal tonight, to be honest with you, but just kind of how the cookie crumbled tonight with getting Louie to bed. 2 weeks out, feeling pretty rubbish, but it's to be expected. It's going to hit us at some stage. All right, guys. That's it. Short, sharp, YouTube in the bank. The next one will probably be when we are traveling over.
No, we'll do more.
Cheerio.
Cheerio, guys. We'll do more of these. I'll stop being lazy. I'm just dying at the moment. But I do want to share this. So, tomorrow's pretty full, though. Emily's got podcasts. We've got a massive day tomorrow. So, maybe Wednesday. And Friday. I might shoot content. Em's got a little bit of a cold at the moment. Friday.